Hey again, World History. We are going to build on what you've done the past 2 days and turn it into something kind of fun. So we've got breaking news 1989. Now, if we were together, we would all, excuse me, do this on the iPads because it is one of my favorite things. They always come out so good and so fun. We go outside, we go into the courtyard, we're banging against the brick wall out there. It's kind of amazing, I'm not going to lie. So we're going to do the best we can do here on our own. Now, you can do this by yourself. You can do this with a team. If you want to do this with a team, you're just going to kind of like film it on your own and put it together, right? So it's really up to you how you want to do it. But what you're going to do is you're going to focus on one of the 5 countries that we studied in our previous outline. And you want to pick one of those 5 countries from 1989, and you want to go in depth and you want to create a little newscast. Okay. So let's say you want to do East Germany and you want to do Berlin. You want to do the fall of the Berlin Wall. I think that's a great one to do. I think that's going to be a pretty easy one to do. We've got lots of stuff available on that, and there's lots we can do there. So what you want to do is, whether you're working by yourself or with a team, you want to start with your outline. So you want to get some information, okay? The first thing you want to do is you want to do some background. You want 5 pieces of information on what was life like before 1989 in your country. So look for major events or people or laws or anything you can discuss. So if we're doing East Germany, we might want to talk about the Berlin Wall, right? We might want to talk about the airlift. Maybe we talk about Peter Fechter. Maybe we talk about what life was like for people that lived in East Berlin versus West Berlin. Maybe you talk about how Germany was divided after World War II. So any information you could find before 1989 that's going to help you, that would be a great thing to put here. Now, you want to find a date that works for your newscast. So all of these are going to be in 1989. See if you can narrow it down to at least the month. Okay, so go back into that video clip and see if you can find a month. So if you're doing East Germany, again, the month that's going to work is November 9th, 1989. That's a big day. What city are you broadcasting and why? Again, it depends on what city you're picking. I'm sorry, what country you're picking. If I'm using East Germany as the example, guess where I'm going? I'm going to Berlin. Why? Oh, because that's where the wall is, right? That's where all the protests are. Now you want to look for 5 pieces of information from 1989 that are happening in your country right now. So if you're live on the scene in 1989, we get into our time machine, we go back there, you go to that clip. What do you see happening here? Major events, major people, major laws, anything you could see. So go into that clip and jot down a few things, okay? Maybe even you pull back up your template that we did for our Netflix binge. And then conclusion, how are you going to end your show? So you want to tie it all together. So this is step 1, okay? Now step 2 is you want to figure out how do you want to share this with me. You got options. I'm going to give you options. If you have iMovie through your phone, or if you have like a Windows version of that, you can do it that way. Okay, so what are you going to do? I would take 4 historical images and I would use those as kind of the backdrop and tell the story of your country. You say, I'm Mrs. Zimnick. I'm live on the scene here and there's breaking news right now in 1989. Oh my gosh, it looks like the Berlin Wall's falling, right? Before I do that, before I take you there, let's talk about these things that have happened before. You tell us that. Okay, now I'm going to go live on the scene. Okay, now here's where we're going to have to get creative. If you're by yourself, your eyewitness live on the scene can be, I don't know, another person in your house, right? Maybe if you're actually doing it on a movie, maybe it's a teddy bear, maybe it's your dog. I really don't care. But you want to have a little fun with it here and interview this person and say, what's it like right now? Tell me what's happening in Berlin. And come up with some information from here. Say, oh my gosh, it's crazy. The wall is falling and here's why, and here's what's happening. And so you want to pull this information and you want to try to create some kind of a show. Now, if you want to keep it simpler, you'd rather just do it on Google Slides, I have that option for you too. So I made a template. Okay, now you can drop things in here. You can take things out. I'm just saying, hey, make sure you've got your completed outline ready with some evidence. Here's where to go in the online book too. Make sure you have 4 historically accurate pictures somehow in here. And you can either do this with iMovie or you can use this template. So let's say you just want to drop it in. Maybe you put a picture of yourself. Maybe you put Ron Burgundy. I don't know. Maybe you put like some random Channel 3 newscaster there. It's totally fine. You can start with some background on your country in 1989. Give us a little bit, say, we're live on the scene in Berlin as the wall is falling. Okay. Now you're going to say, let's review what's happened before then. I give you a slide for that. Here's some things you can do. You put your content there. Maybe you pull a quote from someone in your country. Maybe you pull that out of that video. You can do that there. You don't have to. You can delete that if you want. It's fine. Breaking news. I'm just trying to give you some ideas. Now we're going to go back to 1989, right? So maybe have a picture that's live on the scene and change that picture to apply. And now you'll say what's happening in 1989 and why. Okay, this is just filler text. This is the slide came with this. Change it. Change it to something that works for you. Talk about what's happening in Berlin. Boom, 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 boom. Look at what's happening. I mean, now you don't have to use these slides. You can delete them. You can change the formatting. These are just ideas. Here's a powerful picture. You can throw maybe a big picture up and you caption it here, right? And maybe you end it with that. So if you're going to do the Google Slides template, you don't have to record your voice at all. You can just put your information in here with your pictures. You can do that by yourself, okay? We're going to say Google Slides templates are by yourself. The only option that we're going to say is more than one person is if you want to do a video, okay? Now, it's totally up to you what you want. I'm going to let you pick. Obviously, we cannot go to each other's houses. So you're going to have to get a little creative there, but have some fun. I want to encourage you guys to talk to each other, right? Like, I think we're all a little starved for some human interaction at this point. So have some fun with that. Use this. This is the bottom line. This is where you build your show, right? This is what you're going to be talking about. You are live on the scene. So you are saying you are in 1989. Okay, you're pretending it's 1989 and you are the newscaster. I'm going to post an example of a great one from a group from their current seniors, but they did Hungary a couple years ago. So you can see what they did. Now, obviously, we can't do that because they are in person, but you get the gist of it. Okay, so you got either drop some slides in on your own, 4 pictures and all your info in here, or you can do a little show with some friends. You can record it together. Okay. Yeah, but have some fun with it. Make sure you have 4 historical images in either one of these and that you tell the story. And that's it. So I want you to have some fun. Please email me if you have any questions. I miss you guys and I hope you're doing great. And yeah, we'll talk soon.